Hey guys, Edgar here, Guns for Everyone. Another video while I do my walks. I haven't been doing the big ass, long ass fucking walks like I want to, mostly because life and all that shit. And I've been doing more of the smaller ones, 4 miles. Lame, stupid, but whatever. Still getting the walks in. It's taking longer to accomplish my goal because of it, but whatever, it is what it is. At any rate, the shit that I want to talk about today, I think we already touched on him on a podcast, maybe even a different video that I did of the walking videos, but it's why I say that it's dumb. I was just on a drive with my brother to help him move some shit from a house he just sold in Texas, and we were lugging stuff from the house to a storage. And the way there, I made a few comments and we were having conversations, and almost every fucking conversation we had was this. My response was that that's dumb. It's dumb. As we were loading shit up to his U-Haul to go take to storage, I told him that was dumb. I had to take belongings that you haven't been using. You have belongings that you haven't been using for months. Shit, I think even a year. And then you're taking it to storage where you're still not going to use them. It's just going to cost you more money. And later on the way back, we're talking about how home ownership is kind of stupid for most human beings. For most humans, home ownership is a negative thing. It's not a positive thing. And I think he started getting frustrated with me, as most humans do after a while. He mentioned, why is it that everything other people do is stupid to you, or it's dumb to you? And I get this a lot in classes. It's like, oh, I already know what you're gonna say, but what about this? What about that? And I say, oh, that's dumb. Most of the reasons why I say it's dumb in that way, it's just to get you to feel something so you can pay attention to what the fuck I'm about to say. And by the way, I don't just say it's dumb and then just leave it there. There has to be a reason why. So, and there's always a reason why I say all of this shit. So the reason why it's all dumb is because, well, one, it is, but it's not my opinion. It's just we have to look at facts and we have to look at evidence. The problem that most humans do is you look at your feelings and your emotions. When people ask me about dry fire, I'll tell them, well, it's fucking stupid. Like, dry fire as we know it is dumb. Now we have to qualify what we mean by dry fire, because a lot of people think that dry fire is working on your unholster or reholster. That's not dry fire. That's just working on your reholster and unholster. People think that dry fire is working on your kinesthetic alignment. That's not dry fire. That's just working on your kinesthetic alignment. So that's another reason why most of what I get asked ends up being stupid, is because we don't even know what the words mean. We don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. And then we want to say how awesome it is when we don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. So what dry fire is pressing the fucking trigger without a round being in it. That's dry fire. Well, that's stupid. That by itself is fucking dumb. There's no recoil. There's no recoil management. There's no follow through. There's no working with your sights if you're using sights in context. So yeah, that is dumb. Just shooting a gun without any ammunition on it in it or pressing the trigger doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. The rest of it is awesome. The rest of it is learning how to unholster slowly. That could be very, very positive for you. Then there's this thing of the dead horse theory. Now, I don't know where I got this from, but it makes sense, and I see a lot of gun people do this. The dead horse theory, it's not beating a dead horse. The dead horse theory is this idea that when people get disproven, or when you tell them something is dumb, instead of accepting it, and not just, again, not just saying, oh, that's dumb and then that's it, move on. It's dumb and here's why. Most humans have a difficult time accepting that their ideas, their thoughts, their concepts, their principles are dumb, and they hate being challenged. So instead of just accepting it, sorry about the music, it's the whole city's celebrating the fact that I'm walking and I'm losing weight. So like there's been fireworks and music and people grilling for me and shit like that today. So it's been nice to see, but it gets pretty rowdy. Fuck you laughing at? She doesn't believe that that's why they're all celebrating, because I'm losing weight. They're like, I'm walking through your fucking town. They're all celebrating. So the dead horse theory is not beating a dead horse, but when you get disproven, instead of just accepting it. So the way I heard it be said, I can't remember where the fuck I seen this, but it's the horse you love dies, and instead of accepting that it's dead, you'll say dumb shit like, if I just polish its hooves, it'll be fine. If I just get it a new saddle, it'll be just like new. It's kind of like us poor fuckers who have shitty cars. Like we don't accept that our car's about to die. Instead, what we do is like, we just need to get new floor mats, and it'll be just like fucking new. So now you got a shitty car with new floor mats. Call it a polished turd or whatever. Either way, it sucks. Your idea sucks, your thought sucks, the concept sucks, and oftentimes it's not your idea, it's not your concept. You're just using what the industry has, but it's still not a good one. Dry fire gets misrepresented. Optics gets presented as the end all be all. Flashlights on the guns gets presented as something super awesome. So why do I think everything's dumb? Is because I look at shit from a scientific perspective. I look at it from, can we prove this? Is it provable? And if it's not provable, then it's not real. If I can't 100% prove something to be real, then it's not fucking real. Then it's not viable. It's not even worth fucking fighting. I like guns with optics and lights on them. I think they look fucking sexy. However, for civilians, we have plenty of evidence, video evidence, on why for most civilians it's not a good idea. I could talk about why in a different video, or Isaac and I could talk about it. If you come to a class, I can talk about it in class if you want. But flat brim hats are not as awesome for fucking sun, because look what the fuck it's doing. It's not doing what the fuck it's supposed to. But it looks fucking cool. My wife is wearing a hat like a fucking weirdo. It's covering her entire face. That's provable. But I don't want to look like a fucking weirdo. She wants to look like a weirdo and be protected from the sun. I want to wear a fucking hat and look cool. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? It's that's what the gun industry does. It's this right here, a flat brim fucking hat, represents or is equal to people who have flashlights and optics on their guns, or want to dry fire, or do SWAT training and all that shit. Like, that's why I say it's all dumb. Because look at it. Look at it. It's fucking dumb to wear a fucking flat brim hat. It's stupid. And we have the evidence right here. But that shit looks better than what the fuck my wife's wearing. I don't even want to be seen next to her, but as long as she feels like it's just fucking weird that she's some fucking flea market lady is. but if we look at the facts, there's no fucking sun in her face, and there's all kinds of sun in my face, and that's a fact. You can't be so fucking emotional about the shit that you say that sucks and is stupid if your only proof is, well, other people do it. Well, other people have told me. Right? Like, most people that I know who have bought a house don't end up walking away with the money they said that they were going to make. Especially after you put down a down payment and you fixed the roof and you added a toilet and you paid taxes and all that shit. Shit, you can even argue that if you've been in your house 20, 30 years, because of inflation, the money's not worth the same as it was, so your investment is mostly canceled. Sorry about the music. We're about to approach another one of my celebrations. People put out flags and shit for me, so I hope it all makes sense. I'm up to the challenge in the comments. But when people ask me, why do you say everything's dumb? It's because most of what people say can be proven wrong, because they're looking at it from an emotional perspective, not from a logical perspective, shit that we can prove. Science is real, your feelings are not. Data is real, your emotions are not. And sometimes it's just a context issue. Sometimes it's just, oh, that's not what I meant to say. Me as an ESL individual for a very long time, and I think this is true for everyone. I don't think you have to be an ESL fucker. But a lot of just like small words like theory, right? If you look at theory from a scientific perspective, it's not necessarily like, a lot of people conflate theory and hypothesis. A theory and a hypothesis are often used synonymously, and they're not the same. So small shit like that can change the way you look at things and the way you have a conversation about it. And I think that's important to understand, is we may be having a language issue, and that's why I say it's dumb. And I do ask a lot of people, like, what do you think it means when you say the shit that you're saying? What do you think it means to have a flashlight on your gun as a civilian? What do you think it means to dry fire? What do you think it means to sweep a house? Like, all the dumb shit that we get taught as civilians, that civilians really shouldn't be doing. So, like, let's break it down and talk about what we mean. So, I don't know, I think it's an important conversation to have, is just because something you love or you like is said to be dumb or stupid, you don't have to get emotional about it. We need to explore why it is and why it isn't, or why it isn't. And I think that's ultimately what I'm looking at is, again, that emotion behind me saying it's dumb. Like this hassle, fucking turning when it's not his time to turn. That shit was dumb. But can't get super fucking emotional. We just gotta keep fucking going, and in fact challenge the information. And that's a lot of times what I'm trying to do is, I got you to feel something now in your emotions. Let's figure out the real information. Let's have a call it a debate, call it an argument, call it a conversation, but we want to figure out what's real, what's not. Can you prove it? Can you not? So anyways, I'm starting to get distracted by all these fucking weirdos celebrating my day of accomplishments. Hope that made sense. If you're new to this is what the fuck I do every once in a while, is I say a bunch of shit that may or may not make sense while I walk. No real thought process to it. I just turn on the fucking camera and start talking and kind of figure it out as I go along. This also helps me challenge my own bullshit. It has challenged me because I'm just saying it right here in the moment. I don't have it scripted. You watch most of the other fucking idiots that do shit like this. This is stupid, because what I'm doing here is fucking stupid. I think we all need to accept that. This is fucking dumb. As a society, this is what the fuck we've decided is awesome. But if you go watch the other idiots that turn on a camera, it's all scripted, it sounds pretty, and maybe you can follow it a little bit easier. Your brain can follow it a little bit easier. And cool. But that's not what I like to do. I like to just kind of wing it. And again, it allows me to, in the moment, fucking challenge my own thoughts. It's a lot of reasons why there's a lot of dead space. That, and we're going up a fucking massive hill, so I'm trying to breathe. But it does help me think about what the fuck I'm saying and think about it a little bit more deeply, I guess, and make sure that I agree with me. A lot of times I don't agree with me. So it's kind of what I do. Hopefully it made sense. Fuck. If you guys have something you guys want to talk about, this fucking hill, whoever a long time ago decided that Lowell and Westminster on 80th needed to go up a steep fucking hill. Fuck you. Fuck you. And don't come at me with, oh, we need water and a water tower's up there. Fuck the water. Get a water tower like a normal fucking town. Oh, that shit's rough. Anyways, yeah, if there's a topic that you guys want to discuss, let me know and then we'll discuss that shit. Hopefully I stay alive for the next one. Peace.